Marvin Gaye once said, "Mother, mother, there are far too many of you crying. Brother, 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 far too many of you dying." Um, just want to say, as far as beef, wine, and shenanigans goes, we are against all civilian casualties in any sort of war theater. We have to somehow get better than this. Anyway, beef, wine, and shenanigans, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen Van Patten, that's me. As always, I am joined by the vivacious Denise Tapscott.
Hello, everyone.
The fantastic Mark Abbott.
Yo.
And Iceberg Slim himself, Johnson. So, strange week, lots of stuff, horrible stuff going on in the world. But yet and still, we'll try to keep a positive light on things, at least,
Yes.
so things get worse than they already are. I don't know how they could get any worse. I mean,
don't ask that question. Don't ask that question.
Yeah, no, and you're probably right. I probably shouldn't ask that question. That's probably
Right.
a little much right now. But yeah, here we are. And so the funny thing is we always sort of, entertain each other. Denise basically murdered me the other night.
Yes, I did.
Put him in a casket.
Basically.
And flew him to LA.
And flew me to LA.
I did.
And as
it was a nice casket. It was like really good wood, and it was sealed
what are you
shut.
talking about? That should look like I was a missing person. That wasn't no damn nice casket. What are you talking about?
There could have been a casket inside the casket. Like it was big.
But we didn't see that in the picture you sent me.
Because there's only so much I will post on
social media. Yeah, of course. Because they didn't. Thankfully, they didn't allow you to open the damn crate. There's no telling what the hell you would have let out in that airport.
But like the strain, man.
And you say that like that would have been okay. Like, for those of you out there that have not seen The Strain, trust me, Denise opening up random coffin-shaped wooden casket-looking things is not okay.
Aircraft parts is what it was labeled as.
That's what that was. Stop playing.
Aircraft parts.
Aircraft parts.
She's like,
oh my God.
It's like a rectangle. Are the people from Amazon packing airplane parts? Because you know how sometimes you get something from Amazon and it'll be like this big,
right?
And it's like in a box, like bigger than your whole torso,
right? Like, please recycle,
right?
It probably had like Tupac in there trying to send him to Jada Pinkett's house.
Oh my God!
Oh,
wait. Thank you, Kirk, because you just gave me my segue. Hold on.
All right, so what's the segue there, Mark?
I watched that train wreck of an interview.
You watched it?
I watched because Ben had it on.
Oh no!
God bless Ben.
Blame the
wife. No. Okay.
Blame the wife. Hilarious.
Here's my takeaway from this.
All right.
If you don't want people in your business, stop putting your business out on the street.
Yeah.
If you're going to tell everybody that you and your husband been separated for X amount of years.
Since 2016.
Okay, since 2016. Hold on now. But then Hoda asked, so why don't you get a divorce? And she over there like, I'm not ready to do that. What? I don't see that as part of our future. Now, let me tell you something. This is Hollywood.
I'm glad you watched this shit.
Hold on. This Hollywood. This is Hollywood.
Yeah.
Where people get divorced every week.
Right.
They ain't been married a week. And they're like, yeah, irreconcilable differences. We done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see if I understand this timeline correctly. You and your husband are not together. Okay.
Okay.
You say y'all separated, y'all living separate lives.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, you went and had an entanglement.
Entanglement.
Fair.
with someone
right. Situation.
Hold on. because Kirk brought up the A word. But is it though?
The A word? August?
He said affair.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Not
acrylic.
Not
acrylic.
My bad.
Affair.
My bad.
Oh, wait. Is it though? Because if y'all are not together.
Right.
And so now, basically, this brother comes out and he tells the world about what's going on. So now that I hear this, I'm like, okay, so now I understand why he did what he did. Because he was like, yo, if you and your man ain't together, what's going on with me and you? You know, and you stringing him along, and finally the brother got tired of it. Put it out there. Now, this was the perfect time for you to say, you know what? Yeah, Will and I ain't together no more.
Yeah.
Is that the other thing? Yeah. No. What you do is you drag this sad sack onto your YouTube channel and quote not him. Come on, man. Catch up. Get on the same page with me.
He said catch up.
Keep bringing him up.
Yeah. Come on. Now.
That's who was in the crate. It was Tupac on his way to this.
What I said. That was what I said. Tupac ain't dead. He in a crate going to Jada's place.
Right.
Because they have a spiritual thing going on.
There it is.
Lighting some candles.
So now,
happy Halloween.
Boom. So now you bring your husband on this thing, and then you show this, and you say in the interview, well, you see, we were laughing and we were being jovial about the whole thing, yada yada yada. And I'm like, maybe you were in the wrong interview because I don't remember. And my other thing is that, as a man, brother wasn't jovial. He was laughing from having to jump across the table. He had to do something from losing his mind. Okay, but he agreed to be on the show, which is something none of us ever heard.
Which is his fault.
Okay, so now you still not together. You've refused to tell the public this,
but they didn't say that in the right. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Okay,
but my point is this: so you still don't tell the public. For whatever reason, you keep putting up this facade. Now, again, I'm going to go back to what I said before. Everybody in Hollywood who gets a divorce, they go. They don't care. They just go, look, just give us some space and this, that, the other thing.
Right.
And people yammer, and people move on.
Yeah.
But you won't tell people what's going on. So now you say, the night the Oscars come up and y'all are not together, but Will calls you and says, come with me to the Oscars. Okay, so now you go with him. Now, according to her, she claims from the centrifugal angle she was sitting at.
Oh, dear God.
Minus the X and Y on the forefront axis.
Carry the 2.
The 2, if you put the 2 and the 3 and divide it by 8,
right?
She didn't see him slap Chris. The whole building saw it.
The whole world saw it. The internet saw it.
Lupita saw it. And she was sitting behind him.
She was like,
but according to her, Chris tells the joke, and she says she is being made the monster here because she rolled her eyes, and then she goes, she didn't know Will was going to get up, and Will jumps up, slaps the man, comes back, and starts screaming this whole thing. And now you're sitting there confused as to why Will keeps saying my wife, because, well, we're not together. So here's where I'm confused.
Mm-hmm.
Does he know this? Because apparently either he forgot or he's doing that. We're not together no more. You crazy. We together. Whatever. Right. We still together. Whatever you say. So now you say, now she says, Chris walks over during the break. This is the stuff we didn't see. Walks over, leans over the stage and says to her that it was a joke. He's sorry. But Will is still this, that, the other thing.
Yeah.
He goes, and I still couldn't tell that he had been hit. Now, the rest of us, okay. Now, here's the thing. Whether or not, Denise, whether or not my two friends here have ever had this happen to them, I can successfully say that when I've been slapped hard, my face swells up.
Yeah.
Within seconds. You are not going to stand there and tell me that when that man leaned over after getting hit like that, his whole face had swollen up. And she's like, well, I couldn't tell he had been hit.
Oh my gosh.
So he goes on, he does a show, and then now she says that someone came and told her that Chris said he's not pressing charges. So now she's like, what do you mean pressing? Did you act? And then turns to Will, did you actually hit him? So, so now.
Jada don't have alopecia. She bipolar.
Okay. Now here's the thing, because she went back to the whole thing about she's
Pisha Polar is what she is.
She claims that's why she rolled her eyes. Now, because because the joke was about her hair loss. Now here's the thing. Outside of the people that are close to you, like your marriage, no one else knew you had alopecia.
Right.
and he sure as hell didn't get up there and make a joke about you having alopecia.
Yeah.
I am sorry, Jada. But as a Black man, we all know that if you with someone and someone clowns or makes a joke about your significant other, and your significant other makes a face, that's the signal that you need to do or say something. Yeah. So if you're going to be that daft in the head or try to convince people that that's not that he didn't read that, y'all were together for 23 something years, you don't think he knows you at this point?
Well, minus 7.
I mean, like the song says, if you don't know me by now, you'll never know me. So now you say, this is the other thing. So here's my take. It's one of three things. It's A, you want him to divorce you because you don't want to be the one to make that call and then have to answer to the public. 2, your youngest child hasn't hit the age where y'all can split, so nobody's shelling out child support on the back end, which is what Michael Jordan did.
Right.
Michael Jordan refused to divorce his first wife till his son turned 18.
Wow.
Then he was like, now we can go our separate ways because you wasn't getting half my money plus alimony. No, that ain't happening.
Right.
Okay. Or 3, you just really starving for some attention. Because even Hoda said to her, she goes, why did he slap him? If y'all ain't together, her response was, well, that's not my story to tell. Yes, it is.
Oh, brother.
Yes, it is.
Look.
Yes, it is.
Look.
That's
all well and good. Thank you for watching that interview, Mark. So the rest of us did not have to.
Thank you.
At the end of the day,
go ahead, say it.
At the end of the day, this is just theater to sell fucking books.
That part.
Really, all that fucking is. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How do you sit there and with a straight face fucking say you didn't see? So first of all, when he stood up and started walking to the stage, you didn't. What you thought he was going to get a hot dog? What are you talking about?
He said,
I didn't see that part.
I got an answer for you. She claimed she thought it was a bit that he didn't tell her about, because the whole night long, other actors and actresses were doing these bits back and forth.
Right.
Okay. If that is the case, then Denise, I got a coffin and a box to sell you.
Careful, might be something in it.
Could be.
Go on, Steven.
I mean, it's just like, look, I think Earthquake, when he was talking to Shannon Sharp, speaking of interviews, I think he said it best. Will Smith is married to somebody that does not love him.
Yeah. Especially missed it.
And and you know what? If you separated since 2016 and it's 2022 or 21, and you got dudes, running up on stage and slapping other people and all this other stuff, so first of all, separated is not the same thing as divorced.
Right.
Let's separated and we're at an event together.
Yeah.
And somebody comes out of pocket, technically, yeah. Well, and let me back up. If we're in a nightclub and somebody gets a little grabby with your lady, you respond in kind.
Yeah.
At the Oscars, during a joke in a monologue, we're all we're all in showbiz, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can turn on Jimmy Fallon right now. Well, maybe not right now because it's Sunday. But you get what I'm saying. It's like he is making fun of people. At no point does anybody get up and slap anybody. Nobody gets slapped during SNL Weekend Update. Nobody gets slapped during an episode of John Oliver last week tonight.
Yeah.
Chris Rock got slapped doing what's basically his fucking job.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like the disconnect. First of all, the disconnect of Will Smith himself to have gotten up and struck Chris Rock in front of millions of people and create this fucking whole fucking thing in the first place. That basically meant that on the low, he needs a therapist.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And good night. And as far as I'm concerned, the reason he needs a therapist is because of this woman that he's supposedly separated from since 2016. And it's far be it for me to judge, what goes on in somebody else's love life. That's not necessarily something, I feel I've mastered personally. But my thing is, and other people have said this, it's like, Will, you could literally have anybody.
Well,
okay, maybe not you, Denise, but pretty much anybody.
I like that Denise had to kind of chime in. She was like,
I I'm really more Wesley Snipes girl. You know what I'm saying?
Kenny.
And that's fine. That's fine.
Well, yeah, to your point, he could, yeah. He has a much wider selection.
Sherry Shepherd said, you know how many Starbucks baristas are kicking themselves for not shooting they shot? Like,
but
it's 2016. Yeah.
But my thing is, and to your point, Stephen, you put this out there and you're mad. See, and that's the thing that kills me with this. It's like you're mad because I guess you thought people were gonna sympathize with you, or you were looking for sympathy from I mean, you got your handful of friends who were like, "Oh, girl, you know this," but I mean, and I said this to Ben. I was like, the worst part about this, because they did mention about Chris Rock, and they said that he will apologize. I'm like, I don't always rest my laurels on the Zodiac, but Chris, like me, is an Aquarius. Once you do that, there's no apology in this world. There's no, I reached out and he's not
as cleverly crafted as it may be. There is no apology.
Not going to talk to you. You have burned that bridge officially. And
to the foundation.
And I said it the night he did that show. He did that stand-up.
Yeah.
You could see the rage that had been welling up inside of him. Because the way he delivered that whole thing was like, I have held this back
for a year.
For a year.
Yeah.
For a whole year.
I did tours and said nothing about this event. But tonight, I'm gonna put him in his place, and I'm gonna just let him know from that performance, we are no longer friends. There is nothing. I am never coming near you and that woman that you either with or not with. That's it. I'm done. If he ever tells another joke about Jada in public, there's gonna be venom with it.
Yeah.
And that's what scares me for Chris. Because he's not gonna be joking. That next thing he gonna say is gonna be mean as hell.
Yeah.
And everybody's gonna be sitting there like, wait, did he actually mean that? Or that's gonna be one of them things where he gonna close out something and drop the mic and walk out.
Well, the press is probably gonna be all over him now that she is claiming that he tried to holler at her.
Yeah. Because he got divorced in 2016 also.
Right.
So he was single. So yeah.
Right. He's single and ain't slapped nobody.
Right.
So
look at Mark's face.
And again, the fact that we're back to this. Because all four of us, along with a million other people and a bunch of people that I know that worked on the damn thing, selective outrage was what it was. It started off like it was pretty much like any of his stronger comedy specials. And then it took this, to Mark's point, visceral turn.
Yeah.
And we've talked about it before, and kind of, and for those of you out there that don't know, what some of our in-person shenanigans has been like lately, we all kind of, as a tribute to Chris Rock, we all went to StokerCon dressed in all white.
Yes.
Please check our selected social media, pages and whatnot.
Yeah. That was fun.
Oh yeah. No. And dare I say, we looked damn good.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, so but along with that, it's like he came, like I feel there was some sort of symbolism we don't, because, you know, I mean, I've worked for Chris Rock, but I don't really know him like that. Mm-hmm. But there was definitely some sort of symbolism with him coming out in an all-white outfit. I'm completely convinced that in his own way was him saying something.
Yeah.
Because usually if you think about it, comedians, when they go do their thing, they kind of usually wear muted colors. George Carlin, you know, I think Richard Pryor might have had something flashy every once in a while when he was, I want to say, okay, so the outfit he had on for Live on the Sunset Strip, that bright red blazer.
Yeah.
But
that's Richard Pryor.
But that was Richard Pryor, and he was crawling out of a scandal.
Yeah.
Because he had blown himself up while he was freebasing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like
Dave Chappelle wears like the jumpsuits or gray. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dave Chappelle has, to my recollection, hasn't worn anything very bright during one of his routines, you know.
Yeah.
Because it's usually more about what's coming out of their mouths.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm just kind of thinking of it. It's like I'm struggling. And I just remember George Carlin in particular. That motherfucker was usually dressed in black.
Mm-hmm.
And he was dropping mad stuff.
Yeah.
For those of you that have not availed yourselves to George Carlin stand-up, y'all need to get down with the get down.
Do yourself a favor. Check it out.
He's been dead for, I want to say, at least 10 years now. Everything he said, still going on, still relevant, still painfully relevant as fuck.
Yeah.
But Chris came out in an all-white outfit. Like he's selling ice cream. And you know what? God bless him. Because you know what? The burden, especially in the macho bullshit society that we live in, the burden to walk around having had to just take the slap.
Yeah.
Okay? Because you know damn good and well that Pookie and Ray Ray and them and everybody, that motherfucker just slapped me like that. And that's why you aren't at the Oscars, pal.
Right.
You know, that's the other side of it. Like, you have already presented yourself as somebody who should not be in certain spaces. Therefore, you will never be there to have to make that fucking decision in the first place.
Yeah.
So, I don't... like I said, and it's like, and I don't mean to be a dick about this part, and this may sound a tad, I don't know, but does in any way, shape, or form, does Jada Pinkett Smith have the life she has if she does not marry Will Smith? Whether she loves him or not. I mean, does she get the roles that she gets without somebody in the back of their mind saying, yeah, I put her in this, and that, then, Will Smith may owe me a solid later. Just saying, that's kind of how showbiz works. Yeah. You may think Nicolas Cage is a great actor, and maybe he is in certain things, and maybe, whatever.
Yeah.
But that whole, I didn't tell everybody who my uncle was. I didn't tell everybody who I was related to. That's in and of itself, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Because how do people not know who you're related to if you're in Hollywood? How, Sway? How? So, like I said, this is theater to sell books, and the only and the only thing that makes me mad is the fact that we got to listen to this nonsense is the fact that one of us didn't think of this shit first.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. If you win a Stoke, I'm gonna come up and slap you.
By the way, we haven't been friends since 2016.
I ain't like that. I ain't like him from the day I met him.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Mark pull a fucking Nino Brown on me. I never liked you anyway, pretty motherfucker.
You can buy my books at www.amazon sales.
Mark just stabbed me in the
head. But Mark, why would you get up there and slap him? You know what? Kirk and I were talking about something.
Well, you bring him hold on.
It had nothing. It had nothing to do with Steve.
Oh, hold on. Kirk was busy talking to Tupac, asking him why he keep visiting Jada Pinkett, and having Ouija board conversations with her. That's all Kirk was doing.
Kirk said, "Keep my name out your mouth."
Oh my
God! What happened? You know what happened? I'll tell you what happened. Earlier that day, we were having an argument over who was a better Conan.
Oh,
Jason Momoa or Arnold Schwarzenegger. Me and Kirk had some choice words, and while we sitting at the table, Kirk leaned over and was like, "And you know, Stephen don't agree with you either." So it was at that moment.
It was at that moment.
I don't even remember slapping him. I just remember Denise pulling me back.
I took that personally.
Right. I took that personally.
I took that personally.
Nationwide.
Nationwide.
All of the shenanigans.
My favorite Conan out your fucking mouth. We're not even talking about Conan. What are you talking about, Mark?
Would you say Tupac?
Exactly.
Right. You want to know why Jada keep talking about him?
Right. Just light a candle. It'll be all right.
Oh my God.
You talk about theatrics. I still to this day don't know why I got up and hit him. But you know, when my book come out next week, y'all could pick it up for $19.95 and find out exactly what was going on.
Pre-orders now available.
Pre-orders now available.
That poor woman.
Like button, subscribe.
That poor woman will never get right.
But actually, honestly, the best joke, and it's not mine. I forget the brother's name, but he's like an Instagram sensation type cat. Mm-hmm. And he said, "What's the name of the book? How to Embarrass Your Nigga?" Because that's all she knows how to do. Like,
real.
Woo! I heard that shit. I was like, oh my God. He's not wrong, though. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
And the hits still keep on coming.
Yeah.
The thing was she really lost me. The slap aside and everything else like that.
When she really lost you?
When she really lost me. No. Like, listen, this is big. A letter was found that what's the daughter's name? Reese's Buttercup. Willow. Thank you.
Willow. Reese's Buttercup.
I didn't remember. But I know if I said some wild shit, one of y'all would memory.
If you had said Snickers, then we were like this. Hey, maybe that's her name.
I had to go the extra mile there to trigger you motherfuckers. Anyway, so Willow apparently wrote a letter to dead ass Tupac about please come back from the afterlife and make mommy happy.
A real letter? Like,
yes.
How old was she when she wrote that? She was young. She was a kid, probably.
Does it matter?
Yes. Yes, it does.
It does matter. It does matter. But the point is, Tupac long dead before this child is born.
Yeah.
And so somebody let's
wait.
put together
if she wrote that shit when she was 20 or like 19, then that means there's two crazy women that Will got to deal with in that house. If she wrote that shit when she was 7, then she's 7.
But still, Will has to deal with it either way.
The point is, she doesn't get the infatuation with Tupac precedes her birth.
Yes.
So where did she get that from? You know who I was writing letters to at 7? Santa. Not fucking Tupac.
Right. Tupac.
Really?
Or,
Dear
I don't know,
Tupac.
Herbie Hancock. Dear Herbie Hancock, please come be with my mother. She really likes jazz. Like, what?
I don't know why I think you'd be writing letters to like Vampirella or something for yourself.
Well, I mean,
that seems more on brand. That feels more on brand.
Well, maybe she wrote me. The point is, that's fucked up, right? No, I know you're 7.
Yeah, that went real far. Like, holy shit, where'd that go?
I know you're 7.
Where you throwing to? Where you throwing that to? That's just, nigga, you 7. What are you getting letters from lady vampires for?
Right.
I was a pimping ass iceberg Slim 7. That's what I was.
That's some Mel Van Peebles shit right there. That's some Sweetback's badass Steve right there. Some Sweetback Steve. Damn.
You just made me remember that scene from, what was that? League of Their Own, when Gina Davis got the car ride from the kid. And he's like, "What's your hurry? Why don't you hop in the back seat and make a man out of me?" He's like, "Why don't I slap you around a couple of times?" He's like, "Can we do both?" I was like,
"Can we do both?"
Oh my god. Anyway, that went
great. Lock him up.
Lock him up. Put him back in the crate. I ain't got nothing to worry about. Motherfuckers, they still show up just as the sun's coming down.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. I feel really bad for Will Smith though. I feel bad.
I think, yeah. I totally do too.
He loses in this whole equation. Yeah.
And
separated, like you're on a break. Yeah.
And meanwhile, he is a box office legend.
Yeah.
I just don't understand that.
Me neither.
I just don't get it.
Mm-mm.
Usually I wouldn't endorse this kind of thing, do what you got to do, whatever. But if Margot Robbie's agent or manager is listening right now,
oh gosh,
you need to let her know that Will needs a shoulder to cry on, because Margot. I'm just saying, Margot Robbie, go help a nigga out. I'm just saying.
And you know what's wild? I bet you she's texted him.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Hey, you all right?
You doing okay, Will?
That's why Will was mad. That was the real fuel for the smack. Walked up on stage and man, I could have had Margot Robbie. I hate this crazy bald head bitch. And that's what he smacked. He smacked Chris. Then he smacked Chris. That was it. That was actually real. Oh God.
And a year later, we get selective outrage.
Right.
And phantoms.
Oh shit.
And ghost visits, yeah.
Ghost visits.
Didn't they find his killer?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did finally.
No, whoa. All right, hang on.
An accessory too.
Hang on.
Yeah.
They pulled in the guy that bought the gun. That's my understanding of it.
I think he was in the car too, though.
He was in the car. Yes, he was in the car. But I think the person that pulled the trigger is already dead. Now, and I'm just saying, just from reading certain articles, I I was obviously not in Vegas. I was not there when any of this shit fucking happened. But it is my understanding that the other 3 people that were in the car, including the person that actually pulled the trigger, they're all already dead. And
the man who paid him, and the man who paid him is in jail.
Yes, well, then there's that bit of business. But I don't know. It's like, so my whole takeaway from the article I read, and by the way, I know it's hip hop. I know you're gonna, I know nicknames get thrown around, but why is it that the 4 dudes that were involved in Tupac's murder have these stupidest nicknames I've ever heard in fucking, and I don't even remember what they were. It was like cheesy and hamburger and what some stupid shit. Like,
man.
Like, and I heard, but I don't know if that's the excuse.
Midwest.
Ice Cube was Doughboy in fucking Boys in the Hood. That I can deal with.
Right.
Doughboy?
He's making the dough.
As opposed to these, I mean, I'm not even gonna bother to look up the names, but they were just stupid fucking names. Stupid. And these are the, and it's like, and these are the dudes that killed Tupac?
Yeah.
So
well, as you said, one only bought the gun and the other one drove. the trigger man's name was probably like Three Musketeers or Snickers or
Mars bar.
Mars.
I would accept that. I would accept that before I like I said, I don't remember
whatchamacallit. What do you mean whatchamacallit? No, that was his name. Whatchamacallit? It's the name of a candy bar.
It is, and it was.
It sure was.
It sure was.
And it was delightful.
Whatchamacallit? What?
Call it Mr. Goodbar.
Baby Ruth.
I gotta admit though,
Sour Patch, because he's always mad. That nigga Sour Patch, man. Don't fuck with him.
I gotta admit, and shout out to Fred Gwynn, but because this is where I'm going to go with this. If I was ever a judge and I was presiding over anything having to do with the candy bar industry, I would have to lean over at one point and ask, what exactly is nougat?
That's what his name was, Little Nougat.
It was nougat.
That would be better.
Nougat. Whatchamacallit and Charleston Chew.
Oh shit,
Charleston Chew.
Chew.
You named
Toblerone wasn't available.
No, Toblerone.
Toblerone was out of town.
Yeah, right.
Toby wasn't available.
Toblerone. Right. What the hell's the name of the thing with the triangle? Toblerone? That's it. That was it.
Right. And that right there is trail mix because he ran out of chocolate bars.
Oh shit.
Why y'all call him trail mix? He chocolate, but he nutty. I'm just saying.
Wow. Hold on. You are so screwed. You're so screwed. I was shot by a nigga in trail mix now.
This is bullshit.
I gotta admit, when you hear this, I really would like to know the backstories of some of these names. Like when we had Sugar in what was that Marvel show?
Luke Cage?
Luke Cage.
Yeah.
And Sugar explains where he got the nickname Sugar. Because he used to play football and he was sweet on the field. Mm-hmm. And the ladies loved him. They was like, he's sweet like sugar. I would really like to know who in the hell gave you a candy bar name. Right. Like if one of your boys is like, that's my man. that's my man Mars Bar. Like, why did they call you Mars Bar? Like, because one of them will be like, I have no idea. They just started calling me that.
I got you. Because that nigga looked like he snuck on the planet Earth. That's why they call you Mars. You don't belong here.
You don't belong here. It's not like, see, let's be real. Because when you see the mob movies, they got the nicknames, but the nicknames fit.
Yeah.
My favorite of all time is Johnny Two Times. Because he said everything twice.
I'm gonna go get the papers. Get the papers.
But why would someone call you unless that's all you eat? If that is like the thing is like all he does is eat these damn Mars bars. So that's why we call him Mars Bar.
So you don't look like he's from around here.
You don't look like he's from somewhere else, baby.
But the ladies say he's out of this world.
But okay, all right.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
But going back to Goodfellas for a second, there was, forgive me, there was one character in there when they do that whole like walkthrough through the nightclub. One of the guys was apparently Jimmy the Wop. Now that's kind of unimaginative, actually. That's kind of kind of like us giving Kirk the nickname Kirk the Nigga,
Whoa. Hey. That was a family show. Out of pocket there, nigga.
Yeah. You wondered why we call him that? There it is. It didn't take more than 5 minutes for him to show you why we call him.
Oh, that's Jimmy the Wop. That was on point though. Oh man.
Speaking of out of pocket. I went to Comic-Con. I went to Comic-Con today. That last day of Comic-Con.
I'm glad somebody did.
Now, listen. Over the years, I have seen you get some people that show up in some crazy costume.
Mm-hmm.
And every so once in a while, somebody shows up in something. Your brain didn't even register that somebody was going to do this.
Oh, wow.
There was a cat that showed up today as Blank Man.
Stop.
Nice.
Stop.
And I'm
That's amazing.
I had to like do I was like, Blank Man. And what's funny is that everybody seemed to know. You may not have known who Tony was supposed to be dressed up as, but people were like, yo, did y'all see Blank Man walking around? I was like, wow. That was
respect.
I'm like, all right, I gotta give you a lot of props for that, because that's not something.
No doubt.
It's always nice to see somebody dress up in something that you just. I saw Nightcrawler was amazing. They had drawn the tattoos into the, like, normally you see a person do Nightcrawlers just the blue paint and thing, but they had the angelic tattoos carved into the makeup.
Wow.
I was like,
nice.
I was like, that was on point. That was on point.
Wow.
And I did the Voldemort thing.
Yes.
I dressed up.
Dude, you gotta send us pictures. Yeah.
I'll send y'all some pictures. I ran into 2 Harry Potters.
Nice.
Actually, no, make it 3, because the kid outside the con, completely oblivious to who I was supposed to be, until his whole family was like, do you not see who's standing in front? But the other two were pretty cool about it.
Oh.
Right.
And it was fun. It was a great day.
Nice.
Props to, I think they're called Stranger Publishing, Black owned and operated.
Okay.
I bought a bunch of their comics today.
Okay.
The brother, he had a good spiel. Unfortunately, like he had these gorgeous hardcovers. And he was like, so normally these go for $5. I'm gonna stop you there. How much are the paperbacks? I ain't got $500. I wish in all honesty, I wish I did, because they were actually gorgeous books and they were done. The artwork was fantastic.
You remember
but
the titles?
Remember
the titles?
You know what, Kirk? I think you own
Bitterroot.
Huh?
Is it Bitterroot?
No. I want to say you own these. I have to go and get them out of the bag to remember the entire name. But it was the premise of the storyline was this guy that ended up in purgatory, and the devil comes to him and tells him, you know what, I'm going to give you 7 days to go back to Earth to find the people who wronged you. And when he gets back to Earth, like the whole thing is supposed to get retribution against these people who killed him. But when he gets back to Earth, he doesn't remember who he is.
Oh no.
And he can't remember who it is that he's supposed to go after, but he meets this girl who is like an elf. And apparently the question now is, he sees a lot of his daughter in this character. And figures, you know what, I'm gonna take the next 7 days and try and do good by this child, because if there's nothing else, that's something I could do. But then the question is she one of the people he's supposed to be after?
Right.
And just doesn't know it. And he gave me a great spiel on the entire series. But once we got the book, once he told me that hardcover, because there was like 6 editions, and he goes, and we're coming out with the next one. I said, see, yeah. There's more coming. I need something more manageable. And something, because that's the other thing, hardcover books, you really don't want to mess with them after, particularly you can get all these books and I'm gonna get the artists and people to sign it. I'm not gonna want to touch it after that, because it's like, I don't want to ruin it. But some good stuff I got. And I think that was like the biggest sale that I did. Everything else was kind of like some haphazard stuff, like Cosette needed some new dice for her D&D. She can't find her old one. So I bought her some new dice.
Nice.
She DMing now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an after
She was like taking
program.
the class. Yeah.
And just to touch on this, and I'm gonna have to invite you and Kirk and you and Steven out one night. I got invited to a gaming session. There's a Park Slope board game group that meets twice a month. And I went and played, I got invited and played this game called Camp Grizzly with this group. You'll love this, because it's like a Friday the 13th type game. I picked the black character. And I was the last man standing.
Nice. Well done.
See what happens when Hollywood isn't in control?
Right.
But here's what's messed up. The dude that was chasing us, named Otis, like in the beginning of the game, we got all the stuff we needed to get away from this guy. So all we had to do was make it from one side of the board to the other without him catching us and get away in the van. This cat started, the guy would start rolling, and he had all these high rolls. So he would catch up. He would like go after the person that was closest to him. So here I go. My weapon was an acoustic guitar.
What?
Yeah, everybody else had like a knife.
Were you Lenny Henry?
I'm over here.
Lenny Kravitz? Were you Lenny Kravitz?
I'm over here. Wow. It ain't over, baby, till it's over. And then
my God.
And then what made it worse was that I became the last man standing. He was kind of a bit of a way from me. I had a straight shot. The card I pick up was called the Blood Moon. This is when he becomes even stronger. And his hit points triple. And I was like, yeah, of course. I pick up the Blood Moon. And it's like, I threw the dice down. And that was it. Otis found me.
Oh, wow.
No song could save you.
No, not at all. That guitar.
Like, clever girl.
You can even use campers, like the kids at the camp, to help defend you.
Oh, wow.
So one of the guys used this girl, supposedly like she was good with a knife. Otis took her out one shot.
Oh,
he was like, all right, that didn't work.
Otis. That was the name of the...
That was the dude. On the 28th, we're gonna play the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Board game. So that should make for a fun night.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
Otis was the name that they gave me.
Otis. You get killed by somebody from Duck Dynasty. Oh my God.
Oh God.
Oh,
I didn't know y'all was letting colored people in here.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Before we close out.
Yes.
Suzanne Summers.
Yeah.
Yeah. 76.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fought the good fight.
Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt.
Indeed.
No doubt.
Indeed. Yeah.
So yeah, rest in peace to her.
Yeah.
Did we miss? We might have missed a couple people also.
Dick Butkus.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Football legend himself.
Mm-hmm.
Dick Butkus.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
And he had to be a tough guy.
You have to. With a name like that in football, right? Foot in the lockers. That's an orgy right there. That's
a boy named Sue.
Right. Sue don't even want a piece of that. Sue was like, "Yo, guys, I ain't fucking no dick, no. I'm good, guys. I'm good."
Oh my stars.
Oh, one thing I should do before we check out, I should remind people that this baby finally landed.
Yay!
Nice.
Get your copy.
So the pre-orders
that was a great copy. That's a great cover.
Pre-orders are going out tomorrow.
That's a great cover. Okay.
Pre-orders are going out tomorrow.
Yeah, baby.
And it's officially going to be on sale. And there may be a couple of places where you can see the Beef Wine and Shenanigans team in person and get yourself a copy. Otherwise, I'll just come to your house and take your money and leave the book. So, and
Snickers and Mars. Snickers and Mars will be driving.
And remember, this particular anthology isn't just about my own personal whatever. The proceeds from the sales of this book, once again, this book right here, yes, goes to SAVE, which stands for Suicide Awareness, Voices of Education. They are a suicide prevention organization. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us.
Look at Mark's face.
I some of us are doing a performance on October 22nd in Lower Manhattan. Those details will be Those details will be forthcoming. That's it for us tonight. Thank you so much. Beef Wine and Shenanigans signing out. We love you. We mean it. And we will see you soon.
Right.